or if it gave me energy. Did it make me think a lot? Did it make me think less? What did it make me think about? Because chickens lay eggs. What was that chicken dealing with at the time that it laid those eggs? Was it in a slaughterhouse? Was it being fed properly? What was this chicken thinking about when it popped out this egg out of its vessel? All of these things matter. Was it being loved? Was it being fed properly? So did it release love into the eggs as it pushed it out? Was it being putting antibiotics into it while it was alive? What was being done to the chicken? Like, all of these things matter, even when it comes to food. Meat, like cows, pigs, all of these things. Not saying that there's nothing wrong with eating it, but what were the conditions of it? These things should be held into consideration before it is put into your body. Now, don't get me wrong. I love meat. I grew up on meat. I grew up on soul food. I'm not saying that I'm a vegan. To be honest, vegan kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I question it, because if it's not meat, what is it? Anyway, that's another story for another day. If I'm going to not choose to eat meat, I'm just not going to eat any meat at all. It's not going to be mysterious meat. That's not supposed to be meat, but it's a meat. No, thank you. But, if I'm going to eat meat, I'm going to eat me some real meat. Why try to substitute it with something that could possibly be more harm than what you're trying to substitute it for? It just doesn't add up to me. The math has to math when it comes to me. And so I started to get finer. I started to get finer, and I started to get stronger, bro, both in my spirituality and my emotions. And physically, I started to get stronger. Now, as these three started to align and as they started to strengthen, I started to, my sacral chakra started to align. It started to activate. And I found myself wanting to create and wanting to build from my own creations. I saw things that other people were doing, and I got inspired, but the inspiration, it wasn't an inspiration of looking to take. It was an inspiration that was looking to give. And so I wanted to create something of my own, from my own creations, that I could give back to the world, out of my energy. And so that is where I started. It's like the more I worked out, the more energy I got. It's like I'm up at the crack of dawn, and I'm just bubbling with all this energy. It's like, where do I put it? It's in there, but it's not going wild or anything. It just wants to be put into something useful. So I wanted to be put into something useful. And so I went back into the business that I started to create a couple of years ago, and I started there. All of these different designs. If you go to my website, which is in the description box and is also in my bio,